children, today we shall see the poem Pretty Pretext, 4th unit, B reading. So before going into the poem, let's talk about mobile phones. Mobile phone is a wonderful gift of science. It is a gift to the society. It has revolutionized the world of communication. Though a small instrument, it can perform big functions. We use mobile phones for almost everything now. Gone are the days when we use them only for calling. Now, our lives revolve around it. They come in use for communicating through voice, messages, and mails. We can also surf the internet using a phone. Most importantly, we also click photos and record videos through our mobile's camera. Though mobile has many advantages, it has some disadvantages also. Mobile has some negative impact on the society. Mobiles have adversely affected the reading habits, particularly of children. The time they should devote to some light reading, they enjoy video games. It has affected social interaction. However, mobile phones are wonderful inventions of science. It is up to the users how they make use of them. If used properly, they are indeed a boon to us. Before going into the poem, let's see the glossary. Pretty, a young person of about 11 to 12 years of age. Pretext, a reason given in justification of a course of action that is not the real reason. Teeny bopper, a young girl of 10 to 13 years of age interested in music and fashionable clothes. Jitters, makes nervous. Emitting, sending out light. Bluish, blue in color. Grin, smile broadly. Elevate, raise to a higher level. Pile, lay things on the top of another. Exhale, breathe out. Chores, routine tasks. Alibis, excuses. Tether, a rope for tying an animal. Grandiose, planned on a large scale. Now let's read the poem. My teeny bopper has a phone. She really never is alone. It beeps and jitters day and night, emitting tiny bluish light. Her ringtone is the latest rage, as the other preteen's texted page. One-liner messages appear that make her grin from year to year. The latest crisis, who likes whom, the rock star with best perfume. Such weight matters cause her thrill and elevate her monthly bill. And yet the silver lining glows, for we have never come to blows. I never have to raise my voice, because I have a high-tech choice. If school assignments pile sky high, I exhale with a weighty sigh. Like every modern mom who cares, I simply telephone upstairs. When chores demand her energies, I simply text her asking please. No alibis or missing word, because it's clear she has heard. And if my daughter goes outside to visit friends both far and wide, her curfew is easy to enforce with her new cellular resource. This beeping tether holds her close while helping her feel grandiose. If separation here occurs, my speed dial links my heart to hers. Our handy cell phones help us out, convenient, easy with no doubt. Yes, certainly they have their place, but can't we talk once face to face? Now let's see the summary of the poem. In the poem, Pretty in Pretext, the poetess Linda Ann Nickerson brings out the pros and cons of a preteen cell phone. She lists many advantages and some disadvantages. Her young daughter uses a mobile a lot. It beeps day and night. Her ringtones are a fashion. One-line messages engage them a lot. They chat about trivial things, matters such as who likes whom or who the rock star is with the best perfume is. This increases the monthly bills. Her daughter grins from year to year, reading the texts that keep coming every second with beeps. The discussion about all and sundry. The poet shows concern for the pre-teenagers' excessive indulgence in phone. The poet observes that most of the preteens nowadays spend a lot of time texting and gossiping on their phone, and she finds their habit useless, irritating, and unhealthy. However, the poetess admits that the cell phone has its advantages. This little gadget, according to her, helps avoid fights by sending messages instead. It helps her to call her daughter for assistance with chores or school assignments. The cell phone also helps the mother in keeping a tab on the preteen when she goes out to meet her friends. Yet the poet ruses over the fact that while the cell phone can be really helpful, we are slowly allowing it to rule over us. Face-to-face talk has come down drastically, and she wishes for this at least once. Now let's see some comprehension questions. Who do you think is the speaker of the lines? The mother of a young girl is the speaker of the lines. Second question. In what way are the cell phones useful to us according to the poem? The poem lists some advantages of cell phone. We can contact people. We know where they are. We can convey short messages. When there is separation, phones connect hearts at once. Third question. What does the last line of the poem convey to us? The last line of the poem conveys a valuable message to us. It says phones are good, but now and then we should talk to one another face to face. Otherwise, we will miss the essential human touch. Okay, children, hope you understood the poem. Read the poem once again and write the online test. Thank you.